And let's do some better characters like Tinted Jacob. No, NL, don't do it. Okay, fine. Tinted, oh, Lemington! I forgot about Tinted Bethany. I forgot what Lemington does, but it gives you an item every time you use it. But only for the floor? Is that correct? Megatron. It's a good name. Anyway, the phone bit was, I wonder if Google Maps would still work if you brought back a smartphone. I mean, it would work, I guess, like if it had stored data. Like sometimes, you know, you've got like a sat nav in your car and, you know, you'll be in like an underground parking garage and it'll have like some stored data on it, but you won't be able to plan like a new route until you get network access. But it's more like, I guess, what would the purpose of the map be? You'd be like, oh, there's a great like boba tea place right around here. Oh wait, no, there's not, because it's 1500. Turn right at ye old major thoroughfare. Yeah, I don't know, man. It would be, I don't want to go, I don't want to, I mean, okay. I really don't want to go forward in time. Like, I think that that's much worse, like, from an operational standpoint than going back in time. But I definitely also don't want to go back in time more than 10 years. More than 15 years. There's a lot of modern conveniences. Why not forward? I don't know, forward's just scary, right? Because, like, I feel like if you're going forward, you're trying to satisfy this idea of, you know, curiosity of, like, I wonder what the world is going to look like in 100 years or whatever. But, like, it just seems like even going forward in time, like, 2 years would be scary, right? Like, can you imagine if in 2018 you got in a time machine and popped out in, like, you know, April 2020? And we're like, what the hell's going on? You're in, like, you know, downtown New York City and nobody's out, and everybody's that is out is wearing masks and stuff like that. You'd be like, what the hell happened here? Like, I guess if you believe in the idea that, you know, the story of humanity is like a perpetual rising graph of, like, quality of life, then I welcome you to use your time to travel powers to go forward in the future. For me, I kind of feel like the devil I know is better than the devil I don't. I feel like I'm happy as where I stand. Hold on. We want to go Boss Rush Light Side Path. I can do that. Boss Rush Light Side. Can of corn. I can do that. I think I'd go back. I mean, going back in time is like, I mean, it's just I don't want to say it's a better option, like, universally. Because, I mean, like, definitely, like, going forward in time is what you do if you cryogenically freeze yourself, right? You know, if you've got something that you need medical science to advance to the point where it could, like, help you out or something like that, then I understand completely. But going back in time, if you get the dilemma, is undefeated. It's like a superpower. Like, you basically become very rich if you want to, and you also probably, if you wanted to, you could be like a celebrity, because they'd be like, what the heck, this guy, he's really good at predictions, you know? Plus, you'd get to, like, do cool stuff again. Like, dude, can you imagine the street cred you would have gotten if you went to r/Marvel Studios and posted the exact line-by-line plot synopsis of Avengers Infinity War? People would be like, what? This guy's so good. Yeah, take me back to when people were using bitcoins to buy pizzas, and then I'm gonna get into the pizza business. We're not selling bitcoins. We're selling the picks and shovels. Hemolacria. Not a great move on my part. Anyway, I don't know. I've never been convinced that the future would be better for time travel than the past. I feel like, you know, with the future, you're only getting one thing. You're getting to see a point in history that you might, or a point in human existence you might otherwise never be able to see. Doesn't interest me all that much. I think I'd rather just live like in, you know, the modern times, but with severe advantages. Cause like, you know, okay, this is gonna blow your mind. Traveling to the past means that you already live in the MF and future. If you travel back to 1990, you've already been to the future, man, in 2020. I'm buying this. If you remember, were you fearful for the future 25 years ago? I was 8. No, sorry, I was 7. I've got some memories from when I was 7. Not so much related to existential dread. More related. I beat Mega Man X that year, I think. At least I have strong memories of really struggling on Launch Octopus in particular. And even to this day, if I play Mega Man X, when I come against Launch Octopus, like I dread it. I'm like, oh man. But then he's like, not that bad. You just have to use the roll shield, right? If you just use the roll shield, you're good. Lemington, please? Oh, okay, I remember now. So, it gives you the item, but when the wisp gets extinguished, you lose the item. Okay, I remember. So there are some wisps we absolutely do not want to lose. Stop saying it like that. Dude, Lemington is a much better name than Let Me Get On. Rolls off the tongue. I have lost a copious amount of damage. Oops. Alexander Lemington, we are waiting in the game for you. If you pick up the hearts, you'll get the item. So, Edmund Lemington. Okay, sorry. Anyway, I'm exhausted on bits today. I'm out of bits. I'm bitless. Kissing the bitless. Dissing the bitless by the shins. The shins, baby. Remember the shins, baby? Oh, caring is creepy. Maybe if you care about the music the shins make, it's... Caring is cringy. Anyway, the shins, baby. Stop this? No, I don't have... Anybody else listening to the shins or just me? Oh, Inverted World is a sick album. It's pretty good. I liked it a lot when I was in high school. I like it decently now. I still think Caring is Creepy is a better album though. I think Shoots Too Narrow. I think Shoots Too Narrow is a better album. Different strokes for different folks though. This is not charging Lemington. I need you to charge Lemington, please. This is not charging Lemington. I wish I understood any of this man's musical references. If you ever got a time machine, take yourself back to about the year 2002. You're going to go to a website, pitchforkmedia.com. And then you, too, can have indie rock credit in the early 2000s. So, excuse me, I need to get these for Lemington. Does it? Okay, so people told me when the first item's charged, it charges the second. But wait a minute, now my second item's charged as well. Yeah, I don't know if that was the right move. Anyway, it's looking increasingly unlikely we're gonna get to boss rush like this, I think, so. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you've been watching on YouTube for a long time. This is the first time on Twitch. Slightly different vibe here, but you know, more conversational. If you like the back and forth banter, Twitch is your main Marty. If you like the solo driven banter, you know, I understand the appeal of YouTube. That's true. Boss Rush will charge Lemington. Could be quite powerful. Tractor Beam is a great start as well. Which chip has the best shape? We don't need it, but that's still interesting. We do. No, we don't need it. Okay. Chip has the best shape. It's a great question. I'm trying to... Dude, I really like the shape of sun chips. Like the wave shape creates multiple different loci points. What's the word I'm looking for? There's turbidity. Creates multiple points that where there is a disproportionate amount of seasoning powder, which is delicious. I very much enjoy a sun chip, for sure. That's a bummer. In general, chips with folds, I think, get a great texture and a great amount of seasoning powder as well. Take the heart. Oh yeah, good point. Flavor nodes. Exactly. Nucleation. That's the word I was trying to think of the word, but also I was trying to think of how to explain what word I was looking for, and I was not coming to any conclusion about how I was going to explain nucleation. You know, the word when things collide and divide from one another due to their structure. Thank you for saying nucleation. You've saved my life here. We don't need... you know what? While we're here... Oh, for the first time ever, now chat loses their superiority. I've finally found the first ultra secret room of my life. I never would have expected I'm too dumb for potato chip talk. Well, it's just, I think I just phrased it in a silly way, you know? Pardon me. I think, the more folds something has, and the more creases and the more crinkles, the more uneven the flavor distribution will be. And uneven distribution is actually good, because it creates pockets of unbelievable flavor. That's all I gotta say. Boss Rush, light side. Boss Rush, light side. Does that mean you would eat fried intestine? I have. Like I've eaten makjang, which I believe is pig intestine in Korea. I don't like the flavor, is what it comes to. Like it has a lot of flavor, for sure, which I think proves the point. However, the flavor is not appealing to me. Got me thinking about chips now, though. Pirate's Booty, also great, man. I know I already said it'd be schmackin', but the other thing I didn't even mention about you eating chips, you little bitch. How many bitcoins did you pay for that? The sun chips, you little bitch. Anyway, So they do something with the pirate's booty, man. I don't know how they do it, but well, I'm dumb. The first little bite is like, it's smooth, crunchy. You know, like, you can tell it's crunchy, but it's also a little soft, even though those are two flavors that are diametrically opposed. But then the finish bite, I don't know if it's got like extra rice in the towards the end or something like that, but it's like crispy crunchy, and you're like, man, it's yeah, there you go. It's like an oily crunch versus a dry rub. Gets the people going. Gets me going. Pop. Eyeball tears. You can make it. You can make it. What are you? You're just kidney bean, right? What an embarrassment. Son of a... Anyway. Whenever I hear crispy, I think of the Krispy Kreme meme. Oh, you mean back at it again at the Krispy Kreme? Dunk, 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 goo! Okay, this gives me free Lemingtons from time to time. I'm starting to recall. I'm starting to remember. Actually, it does nothing. No, it's free Lemingtons. It's free Lemingtons. Favorite donut? There's a hot debate in Vancouver. There are 3 eminent donut chains, all of which are good. Actually, all of which are great. There is a place called Anthems. They predominantly sell cake-type donuts with a certain hipster bend to them. Like, you can get just, you know, like an old-fashioned donut. You can get a glazed jelly donut. But you can also get, you know, some kind of, like, more weird stuff. You know, like a Parmesan donut and stuff like that. And you might think that it's just made to be, like, hipster. They're really good. They do not just taste like you're eating cheese. The cheese adds like a nice little, you know, certain saltedness and a little aroma as well, but it's still delicious. There's another place called Lucky's. They also do cake-style donuts. And there's a big debate between those two about whose donut is better. And then there's a third place. I don't want it. There is a third place that's called Lee's Donuts, which is located in the tourist hotspot of Vancouver Island. Boss Rush. Boss Rush. Yeah, Boss Rush. Pick up the hearts. Son of a... Also good. But Lee's Donuts is more of a... Those are more like the Tim Hortons style, like bready donuts. I'm a cake donut man, personally. Don't need it. We don't need it. We simply do not need it. I guess we could use it to get Boss Rush and then do 1 extra floor. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go back and get it, actually. Sci-Fly, don't break. I need you for Boss Rush, please. Croissant-style donut. Dude, I've never... Sorry, when I said Vancouver Island, I meant Granville Island. Yeah. Lee's Donuts, located on Granville Island. Much different than Vancouver Island. Both are islands. And they're both in British Columbia, and I've been to them both. But that's the only similarity. What is a cake donut? It's like, you know... It's like donut, but the flour, or like the texture of the donut itself is more cake-like than... I don't know what the alternative is, but you know, like sometimes you have a donut, and when you bite into it, it's like there's a top and a bottom, but no middle. Like as soon as you bite into it, it just flattens the donut. A cake donut is not like that. It's soft and squishy. It's the difference between cake and bread, yeah. You don't have to overthink it. Please take the hearts. Oh, my bad. Did I miss some? It's probably the first time. Cake donut tastes like a... It tastes like a... It's got the texture of cake. I'm struggling to remember what you would describe the other donut as. Normal donut? I got nothing against the normal donut, but the cake donut, it's just doobie tastier. You want a Hertz donut? Hertz donut. Oh, I didn't know. So the other, like the default donut shape, or well, circle, but the default donut is made via a rising action of yeast, whereas the cake is simply a batter. You know, it makes perfect sense. That's why I don't work in the donut sciences. I'm merely an enthusiast. Okay, we will take the light side path. We will take Shoop the Whoop. This is very solid. We still have Sci-Fly. This is very solid. That was not very smart, though. I desire maximum Lemingtons, please. You can't hit me. I have Sci-Fly. Sci-Fly did not activate there. I'm perturbed. Oh no, it totally works, yeah. Dude, we need maximum Lemington. Like this is pretty jank right here. We also just lost a wisp that cost us probably stapler. I believe I lost my stapler. Office Space, classic movie. Double Sci-Fly. Don't get me wrong. Pretty cool. If we lose one Sci-Fly, we got another. However, I also want some damage. But if we manage to keep one or both after this, we're going to be thrilled. I mean, I guess the other thing with Sci-Fly is it makes it a lot harder to lose a wisp unless we run into an enemy. So I'm not complaining, but it's not gonna speed us up. Call a Sci-Fly, but not for me. Well, see, you don't want to lose those wisps. You don't want to lose those wisps. Oh yeah, the red hearts. My bad, my bad. That sort of thing is my bad, baby. This is gonna be a long one. Hold on. Oh, hey! Can of corn. Anything going on in your life? In need of a banter catalyst, I guess. So it's just, so we're gonna be here for a bit. I became a homeowner this week. That's pretty sick. Welcome to the Homeowners Association. Happy for you. You're keeping me occupied. Thank you. Pretty much this is my job description. I don't know. You know, if I wanted to have nobler aims for my content, I would, you know, maybe script or edit or something. I'd release 10-minute and 5-second long videos on YouTube that had like a reason to exist. Instead, I make, you know, I make idle content for idle time. And I embrace that. The most recent VOD on... Ooh. The most recent VOD on YouTube is hilarious. What's the most recent VOD on YouTube? National Anthem tier list when? Oh no. I'm more of a flag guy. Like... National Anthem? I'm trying to think. The Russian national anthem is incredible. Like, it is definitely at near the top. It's in the top tier, for sure. I'm not that impressed. Like, you know, you might think that there's kind of like a home bias. I don't really have, you know... I mean, I have nothing against the Canadian national anthem, but also, like... You know, I don't find it particularly inspiring or anything like that. I will say, though, if you hear it enough in school, you know it's going to be a good day when they bust out the... This is for my Canadian students only, so I apologize. Do-do-doop, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba, da-do-do-do. You know what I'm talking about? When they, I forget the name of the the band, but they're like a famous Canadian acapella group that I guess also made a national anthem that became popular in Canadian middle schools and high schools. And then there were like 5 of them, and they'd in the background they'd be going like, and at the end it's like, oh Canada, we stand on guard for the bum 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 bum. Oh Canada, we stand on guard, bum 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 bum. And I can't hit the last notes, but you know. Then at the very end they go, Canada. It's a classic bop. Didn't even give me the bombs, huh? Anyway, the Nylons. That's you're gonna laugh. In my head, I was thinking it's the Divinals, but I knew it wasn't them because the Divinals are the band that sing. When I think about you, I touch myself from Austin Powers 1. But I knew that it was some kind of fabric. Could be here for a bit, huh? You know what? Jump on me. Mission failed. Mission succeeded. Also pick up those red hearts. Shave those sideburns, Mattingly. Don't break my wisps. Red heart. Damage, I'm bagging you. Gemini, it's kind of something. Is being a Canadian an asset on Twitch? You know, originally I was gonna say like it doesn't matter. But I think it kind of, I wouldn't say it's an asset, but you get the ability to come out on top no matter who's getting dissed, you know? The 2 most frequently dissed countries on English-speaking Twitch, definitely England and the United States of America. So, as a Canadian, you're very well positioned. Because when people diss America, you go like, yeah, I know, right? Haha. You know exactly how to hurt them. And then when Americans are dissing England, you're like, yeah, I know. What are they? They're naming things all sorts of funny names. Why are you calling it a lorry, dude? It's just a truck. You think you're better than me just because you got a cool accent? So, I think being a Canadian is well positioned to that extent, yeah. That's about it, though. What about when they diss the Queen? Most people in Canada don't really care for the monarchy, unless you're like, you know, like quite literally like over the age of 90. What did we lose? Oh my god, we lost damage again. What about when people diss your flag? I mean, I don't know. You can diss the Canadian flag if you want. You know, there's no accounting for taste. Canadian flag is pretty sweet though. It's unique and it's striking. Yeah, it's a leaf, so what? All I'm saying is if you're making fun of the Canadian flag and you're from one of the 75 countries whose flag is just like 3 stripes, like, know your place. We tried something a little different. Nobody ever forgets which one the Canadian flag is. Please let me out of here. Oh, Daddy Longlegs is pretty sick. Yeah, that's the other, like, I'm actually a little jealous if you're from one of the like, tricolor flag countries. Because you get, like, it must have been so easy to draw it. Trying to draw the Canadian flag in elementary school, oh my god, man. And it's hard to draw a maple leaf. And you're always like, how many points are on it, and then how many points does each point have, and like, this is annoying. It's not like the British flag. Like, I think you just, you wanna make the English flag, all you need is like a red pencil crayon and a ruler. Let me out of this boss rush, dude. I'm dying in here. Well, if you live in Maryland, then just like, you know, best of luck to you. Please, please, please. The soul of Bethany has appeared in the basement. Thank God, thank God. Leprosy, classic, good item. All right, and now we're going down the light side path. Light side path, baby. Lemington, baby. Squeezy, baby. No spirit hearts, but still. Left a red heart behind. Definitely believe that. I'm not that impressed with the Canadian national anthem, you know? It's not, I would not say is bad. I would not say is good. I would just say, like, when I hear it, my heart swells a little bit, but that's about it. It's fine at best. I don't go like, this is, I would never listen to it just to, like, you gotta be some kind of certified nut. If you're Canadian and you listen to the Canadian national anthem for pleasure, you're a certified freak, man. If I went over, if someone was in the passenger seat of my car and they were like, yo, pass me the aux cord, and then they put on O Canada, I would drop them off at the hospital. That's a cry for help. It's on sight. Does Canada have a Pledge of Allegiance? Not really. No, the answer is simply no. By not really, I mean hell no. Pledge of Allegiance, I mean, it probably weirds you out if you're American too, but it's like a little strange, right? Like, every day before school, you gotta promise to, like, uphold the values of the United States or something. Like, it's very weird. Like, if you saw that in a movie, it would be the bad guys who are doing it. Even just listening to the national anthem every day is weird. Like, I don't know if every school did it, but, like, in Canada, at least at my school, you definitely had to listen to the national anthem every day before class and stand up for it. And you're like, why? I don't know, I guess you're like saying I don't want to be controversial, I guess. I'm just like, dude, I've heard this song literally like 10,000 times. You think it, like, for high school, what if they just gave you like 8 extra minutes of, I guess it's not that long, but they give you a few extra minutes of learning every day instead or something. God, I hate kidney stone. I don't even remember the U.S. national anthem. That happened to me in college too. Like, you know, in middle school, elementary school, high school, you hear "Oh Canada" constantly. Then you go to college, you might never hear it. You go to a sporting event, and you're like, I don't even think I remember the words. Plus, adding to the confusion, oftentimes in Canada they play the anthem half in English and half in French. So I'm like, I don't know how the anthem starts in French, and I don't know how it ends in English. Yeah, for real. I don't know, I think that's kind of cool, though. I would rather they do half in English, half in French than what they do on, like, the airplane. Where they do the announcements in English and then in French. Can you imagine? Okay. Light path, light path. Torn photo. Now we're talking. Imagine that, Zach. Rip empty vessel? Don't think so. Wait, no, did it? No. No, it's still going. Yeah, I mean, look at that. We got the invincibility, but we can't run into enemies. Don't run into enemies. The Canadian flag is also, like, really recent. I mean, much like our country, I suppose. I feel like a lot of people don't know. I mean, a lot of Canadians. I wouldn't expect anybody from outside the country to know. The country is only, like... Or the flag is only, like, 50 years old. They did a contest in the 1960s. And we're like, you know, hey, make us a flag. And then, I guess, someone was like, check it out, man. 2 stripes with a little leaf in the middle. Lester B. Pearson was like, this is the best shit I've ever seen, man. This is perfectly embodies the spirit of this nation. Print it out immediately and sew it onto every backpack in all 10 provinces and 3 territories. Too sweet. Yeah, there was like, because I think, maybe it was like 1997 or 1998. There was like the 30th anniversary of the flag, and there was like I was in elementary school at the time, so I'm sure they were just like, you know, here's an easy lesson. So they had us read a book about the flag, and then, you know, draw it 70 times, and it's pretty recent. I don't know about O Canada. Like, I'm pretty sure God Save the Queen was the anthem until sometime in the 20th century. Yeah, bro, we got 10 provinces up here. 10 provinces, 3 territories. You thought there were only 4? You're thinking of British North America. Quit living in the 17th century, my man. What do you work for the Hudson's Bay Corporation? Come on. Oh, sorry, we got to use Lemington. Great move. Okay. What's the difference between provinces and territories? Bro, I got no idea, to be honest with you. I've lived here for my entire life minus 1 year. I have absolutely no clue. I'm sure there's a difference. I'm sure the difference is probably meaningful in a way that doesn't impact, you know, my life, but impacts, like, you know, the bureaucracy and legislation or whatever. But it beats me, man. I got no clue. Yeah, we went light side. Look at this light side path. Do Canadians care at all about the monarchy? Older, in my limited experience, older Canadians might. I don't know anybody, or I've never met anybody, I should say, under the age of like 60. Probably, honestly, a lot older. That was like, that cares at all. But definitely, it's a little wild. Like, when I used to go to hockey games in my hometown with my grandpa, like, the hockey rink has like had a huge portrait, like probably like a 10-foot high portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. They would always like shine a spotlight on it during the national anthem and stuff. Seems super weird in hindsight, but Well, like the Prince Philip's funeral was on like our public broadcasting station here as well. So there's like there's definitely some, I mean, connection, but particularly amongst the older Canadians. Younger Canadians, I don't think care basically at all. He said it. He said amongst us. Only old people watch CBC anyway. Dude, I mean, I wanna like the CBC, but like every time I'm on baby duty and then I like open the TV, it's not the TV guide like the magazine, but you know what I mean, like the electronic guide. The CBC's always playing Coronation Street, man. I don't want to watch Coronation Street. I'm 32 years old. Is great too. Like I grew up thinking that because my grandma watched Coronation Street, I grew up thinking it was like the height of British TV, and then I brought it up on stream one time, and people were like, Coronation Street is like pure trash. It is like only watched in the UK by like people who like have no taste. Hello, Chiblee. That wasn't meant to be like people who have no taste. Hello, Chiblee. That was meant to. It was just an inconvenient moment of timing. I apologize. Oh yeah, EastEnders as well. EastEnders is popular amongst the older audience here. Ouija board, baby. Frick yeah. Okay. Hello, Chib. Hello. Oh, that uses our Lemington charge. Ryan, should I play Isaac? I've never played. It's a question that honestly, like, I've thought about. I don't know, like, I like Isaac a lot. But I do sort of feel like I responded to, Lawrence, you know, ex-Inside Gaming Lawrence on Twitter. He was like, should I get into Isaac? And I was like, man, honestly, like, I don't know. It's like harder to get into than like One Piece, I think, at this point. There's so many different mechanics stacked up on top of so many different mechanics. Like, I think it's fun to play, especially if you have the tolerance for when you're streaming it, for the unbelievable amount of backseating you're going to receive. Like, if you consider that a positive, then I would say, why not? Why not give it a try, Chib? On the other hand, I'm also like, Chib, your streaming time is so valuable. Don't waste it on Isaac, dude. Surely you can find, like, another, like, internet portal that's still running Java applets or something like that and engage in, you know, like, online bowling or, you know... maybe you could find, like, a Japanese site where they bet on those, like, virtual horse races. Virtual horse races and stuff like that. That could be cool. Chib said he did find a virtual horse racing website. Yeah, dude, I could totally picture you, like, surrounded by a bunch of salarymen yelling at, like, one of those weird plastic horses as it goes around the track. I'd watch that. Absolutely. I'm not gonna get hit here. I promise you that. Actually, it's called Ume Musume Pretty Derby. Dude, we're gonna win. Look at this. I went to an actual horse race at Hastings Racecourse, and it was pretty sick. Honestly, that's pretty cool. Like, I've never been to a horse race. I would go once just for fun, you know, just to experience it. That was a good run, though. Donkey, donkey, donkey. We went to the streamer room as well. /marker. Tainted Bethany light side path. Okay, I had to remember.